Hey, it's Matty J. It's a beautiful day. Things are going great. Message of today: toxicity. Things that are toxic, things that are hard to deal with, things that worsen over time as it infests and multiplies negativity on the system. I want to talk about toxic cultures, environments, as well as concepts like toxic positivity. There's a bit on that because look, I'm genuinely, overwhelmingly a positive person. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. Almost to the point that it can be detrimental at times, right? Sometimes what they call acceptance is confused with killing the hope, right? For example, a relationship breakup. Acceptance is on a very similar vein to killing the hope that they will come back to you. Acceptance that it's over, acceptance that your partner has moved on. It's different from acceptance of a belief that you've been ditched or that you're not worthy or that you're not good enough. That's negativity. There may be elements of that hold truth, that have merit, but it's not a beneficial way to frame it when you're trying to look at how to positively reframe, take some winnings from the situation, some learnings at the end of the day. And so it's a sense of being overwhelmingly hopeful that there is a situation or a set of circumstances, some key learnings that you can take or that come out of this situation. And you can be positive about that. It doesn't mean that the situation in itself is great or has been fantastic, or that you have to lie about it and say everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be okay. Nah, man, it's all good. We'll push through this. There's no worries. That's toxic positivity, where you are just blindsidingly positive, choosing to say positive outcomes rather than accept the situation and actually wrestle with the positive and be okay with the situation that comes from that. So if something negative happens, if you're in a toxic environment, relationship breaks up, and the "she'll be right, mate, no worries about it" attitude that you adopt is something that comes of that. Toxic positivity, probably not too helpful. And yeah, look, it is a bit of a buzz term, a bit of a buzzword. I hadn't really sort of heard about it in my line of work until the past couple of years. Maybe even the last year or so. But it's a good way to frame the idea of what that is, where it's masking the ability to talk about a situation for what it is. And what I'm saying for what it is to truly accept the situation. Hey, my workplace sucks at the moment. Or, alright, I've been ditched, I've been broken up with, I've been dumped, whatever you want to call it, if that's how you want to look at the situation. The objective is that, okay, work has a lot more stresses in the moment that are subjectively felt. There's a lot more pressure. People are acting in a way that is not congruent with a nice fundamental operation that I have previously been experienced to. Or this person whom I used to trust and be in a relationship with, I now have severe interpersonal doubts about because they don't appear to be the person who I thought I was spending all of that time with in that relationship. And so you need to take that information and reassess. And you can still be positive about it. Positive about what you learn, who you were during the times, and what caused that situation to get that way. Be it the workplace or the relationship, and is there something that you can say or do or learn about yourself to make it different for you in the future? That's the point of memory. The point of being able to remember things is, hey, what's keeping me alive, what's working well, and don't go near that electric fence, that hurts to touch. Don't say those things in a relationship. They don't benefit, they don't get the result that I want. Don't act that way in the workplace. It doesn't lead to that cohesive environment that I want to be a part of, that I want to help cultivate. Right? So taking those learnings, and that can be positive, and understanding that, all right, acceptance of the situation. I'm no longer in the relationship I wanted to be. I'm no longer with this particular person. It doesn't mean you kill all hope and you say, oh, I'm worthless, I'm useless, I'm not somebody who brings value to anybody's life. But acceptance that, okay, this particular set of behaviours that I exhibited during this relationship did not produce the results that I wanted. And it's not to make it too scientific and too theatrical and professional sounding, because this is real. This is a candid chat. Me to you, driving to work, and I'm figuring things out. We're all figuring things out, and that's the way to look at it in life. Is that it's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, everything's terrible, everything's sad. It's acceptance for the situation for what it is. Okay, it's something. It's not how I want it to be. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Who knows what I'm being saved from? The short amount of pain you have to go through now and dealing with the breakup leads to you being a better person, getting you into a better, stronger relationship. Maybe it is with this person still, and they need some time to figure themselves out, and you can have some time to figure themselves out, and then the two of you move forward in your own lives, and perhaps you meet back up later on in the journey. One way to look at it. Or that this makes you a better person, you meet someone more in tune with you who has less fights about the silly things. Maybe that's what happens. Or there is looking at things in the workplace and going, alright, I don't like it, this place is bad, it's going from bad to worse, I just want to avoid it, I'm just going to do the bare minimum. Yep, that is one way to do things. What's the positive frame? Hey, I've enjoyed what I liked about this workplace. What were the things that I enjoyed about coming to work? Can I focus on those? Can I just do more of A, B, and C and try to avoid, the gossip and the spreading of lies and the toxicity? And being aware that at times you have to be your own antidote, and that might be able to help gather more skills for you to look at the situation differently in the future, to talk with other people, to vent your frustrations to the appropriate people. Maybe it's a partner or a cat, a pet. Maybe you have supervision, or you have therapy, you have counselling, you call a parent, you have a candid chat with your son or daughter. You just go outside and yell at the clouds. Whatever it is that's going to work for you to get the conversation going, get the thoughts out there, get the feelings out there. Many solutions to how you're feeling. Recognition that there is toxicity in all environments. Workplace, interpersonal relationships,